$60 billion. Not lost in a market crash. Not wiped out by a hack. Not stolen by some shadowy cartel hiding behind encrypted servers. Gone. In 72 hours. Because the math stopped working, and the man behind it, the guy who convinced 500,000 people this was the future of money, who mocked anyone who questioned him. He didn't stick around to explain he was on the run, moving between countries, carrying a fake passport, posting online like nothing happened while billions were evaporating. His name is Kwon, and this is the story of the most catastrophic collapse in crypto history. Not because someone stole your money, because someone convinced you that math was safer than reality, and then reality showed up. This video is for educational purposes only. Nothing here is financial advice. To understand how Kwon burned down $60 billion, you first have to understand what he was trying to build. Because the idea, on paper, was genuinely brilliant. Kwon was born in South Korea in 1991. He was not some random crypto bro with a laptop and a dream. He went to Stanford, computer science degree, worked at Apple, worked at Microsoft. By every conventional measure, this was a guy with legitimate pedigree. In 2018, he co-founded Terraform Labs in Seoul. And what he wanted to build was a stable coin, but not just any stable coin. Here's the problem with regular stable coins. Tether, USDC, they're backed by actual dollars sitting in actual bank accounts, which means they're still controlled by banks, still controlled by governments, still subject to all the things crypto was supposed to replace. Kwon looked at that and said, we can do better. His idea was UST, Terra USD, an algorithmic stable coin. No bank reserves, no dollars in a vault, just code. Here's how it worked. And pay close attention because this mechanism is literally everything. Imagine a dollar that stays a dollar not because a bank backs it, but because math backs it. UST was paired with another token called Luna. The two tokens were linked by an algorithm. If UST drifted above $1, you could burn Luna to mint more UST and pocket the difference. If UST drifted below $1, you could burn UST to mint more Luna and pocket that difference. Supply and demand in perfect balance, maintained not by a central authority, but by thousands of individual traders all chasing profit simultaneously. On paper, elegant, self-correcting, revolutionary. In practice, it was a mousetrap with a $60 billion spring. By early 2022, Kwon wasn't just a crypto founder. He was a prophet. Luna hit an all-time high of $119. UST had a market cap of $18.7 billion. The Terra ecosystem had exploded, and Kwon, he started to believe his own mythology. This man was not humble about it. When critics raised concerns about UST's design, serious concerns, Kwon dismissed them with a line that will live in financial infamy forever. I don't debate the poor, but here's the thing about bull markets. Arrogance works right up until it doesn't. To supercharge the Terra ecosystem, Kwon launched Anchor Protocol, a DeFi platform that promised depositors a 19.5% annual yield on UST, nearly 20% interest on a dollar. People were not asking questions. They were wiring money, and Kwon knew that an $18 billion algorithmic stablecoin backed purely by math was fragile. So in February 2022, he launched the Luna Foundation Guard, a reserve designed to provide a backstop for UST. He spent $3.5 billion buying Bitcoin. It sounded responsible. It sounded like a safety net. It was a band-aid over a bullet wound. May 7th, 2022, someone began pulling large amounts of UST out of Anchor Protocol, hundreds of millions of dollars in hours. UST started slipping below its $1 peg. The entire stability mechanism depended on confidence. The moment enough people stopped believing, the algorithm didn't save you. It accelerated your destruction. As UST drifted below $1, the algorithm kicked in. People started burning UST to mint Luna. But when everyone does it at the same time, you get hyperinflation. The total Luna supply exploded from 350 million tokens to 6.5 trillion tokens in days. Luna had been trading at $80. Within days, it was $0.000001. A token that was worth $80 became worth almost nothing. The Luna Foundation Guard deployed its entire $3.5 billion Bitcoin reserve trying to defend the peg. It bought nothing but a few extra hours. The peg didn't hold. The death spiral was total. Here's what the charts don't show you. $60 billion in market value evaporated in 1 week. That is people. savings, retirements, futures. There were reports of suicides linked to the collapse. And Do Kwon's response? Deploying more capital, steady lads. In the aftermath, Do Kwon proposed a rescue plan. Terra 2.0, a new token, a restart. Most people got nothing back. In September 2022, South Korean prosecutors issued an arrest warrant. Do Kwon denied everything. He claimed he was not hiding. Interpol issued a red notice. On March 23, 2023, Do Kwon was arrested in Montenegro. He was trying to board a flight. He was carrying a forged passport. Montenegro sentenced him to 4 months. Then came the extradition battle. The United States won. In April 2024, he was found liable for fraud. He was ordered to pay $4.5 billion. Terraform Labs agreed to shut down. He faced multiple criminal charges. The people who lost everything, most received nothing. Do Kwon wasn't stupid. He was brilliant. He genuinely believed or convinced himself that he had solved a major financial problem. He didn't say, "Trust me." He said, "Trust the math." And here's the truth. Math works perfectly in theory. It breaks under human panic every single time. The next time someone offers you returns that make your bank look like a joke, ask one question. What happens when everyone wants their money back at the same time? Because that's the question Do Kwon never had a real answer for. And his investors paid for that silence with everything they had. If this hit different, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Stay sharp, stay skeptical. See you in the next one.